My name is Richard Feuille Jr. I'm in practice at Glendale Pediatrics in Glendale, California. Well, Glendale Pediatrics is a group of 9 pediatricians. We all work varying amounts of time, some full-time. We have several who work about 3/4 time and one who works, very part-time. We went live in Labor Day weekend of 2015. We first began our journey about 3.5 years ago when we went to visit some practices who were using PCC, and then we had our kickoff about 3 years ago. But there was a training process of about 3 months, during which time we learned to use and to customize their platform for our purposes. PCC was great. We first went to San Francisco, where we and several other practices did what they call a kickoff, where we learned the basics of using their system. And then for our what they call go live, they came for a weekend where they helped us get started, how to learn to actually document visits in real time, and then on that following Monday, while they were still here, we started seeing patients on the system, and they were around to shepherd us through that process, and then after a few days they left, and they've made visits since then, and we've had numerous phone visits and sort of webinar visits, and where they've helped us, and a few live visits. Several of us go to users conference every year, where we learn more about the system, where we also interface with other PCC users and make requests on ways to improve the system. In the meantime, they constantly field requests from us on improvements that they can make, and every few months we get notice that there's going to be an update. They give us a link to video or videos of how to work with the new update, and these come in every few months, so that they're constantly trying to improve the system and help the system work better for us. Well, there were several key factors. One is they were by all reports, their service was phenomenal. Everybody who used them said their service was phenomenal. We looked at a few systems, 2 of which are pediatric only, that's PCC and a competitor. And between looking at those systems, we decided that PCC worked better for us, was more user-friendly, and provided better service by all reports. And we found that to be the case. We would describe our experience with PCC as very positive. We have constant interaction with them. If we have a problem, they're on it right away. We call them up, they're on it. The backup is phenomenal. We have a server here that backs up to a server there. So we've had no problems with downtime or significant glitches of any kind in the almost 3 years we've been using them. Because they have done their best to make it as easy as possible. EHRs are notoriously not doctor-friendly, and while nobody at this point is perfect, they're the closest that we found, and more importantly, they are constantly working to make life easier for us, and taking suggestions and implementing them on a regular basis. Well, I wouldn't say that it's changed the way that we practiced. It's just a little bit different because we're not writing it on paper anymore, we're putting it in a computer, but we're really trying to do things as much as possible the way we used to do them, and they've actually been very helpful, in that regard. They also provide advice. Chip and others at their company, help pediatricians know more about the business of pediatrics and how to run our practices from a business standpoint. And they're constantly providing us, information in that regard. PCC treats their pediatricians, they try to treat us like family. When they see us at conferences or whatever, it's always a friendly greeting, and they're always listening. Even at a conference, when we approach them, they're always taking notes and listening.